one thing about me, and if you know me, I'm a go-getter. I'm a get it done kind of person. I believe in making things happen, see a need, fill a need, whether it's, gosh, somebody can't reach something at the grocery store, or not that I'm super tall, but I'll climb, I don't mind. Or just something needs to get done. I like to get things done. I like to do things. I like to make things happen. The drainage issue, this of course is leading into a funny story. The drainage issue is not new, but it's not been so bad that we've done anything about it. I was a bit bored during COVID and I was feeling motivated, and I needed a project. I need to do something. I need a project. Okay. Found a project. French drain time. So I Googled, because how hard can it be, right? I Googled how to put it in French drain, how to install it. And of course, there are these companies that sell the product to do it, a DIY type thing, and they make it seem like it's no big deal. So what do? I jump in. I go buy all the stuff, all the ingredients per se, and then I wouldn't say bully, more like a badger. I badgered my son about it. My husband said, no way, I'm not doing this. If you want to do this, go for it. But I think it's a bad idea and I don't think you should do it. So what do? I badger the boy. I badger him. And that actually, I initially was going to do it myself. I can do it myself. I'm a strong, independent, powerful woman, which I am. But so I was going to do it myself. So I obtained the supplies. I got a shovel, which I already have a shovel, and I started digging. The ground's really hard, like a lot hard, especially if you're going to dig, like, I think you need to go like 8 to 10 inches deep. And it was more than I could do. So then I decided I'm not stopping. Not stopping, not quitting. So what do? This is where the badgering of my son comes in, because I know he knows how to use a trencher. So I go to Home Depot and I rent a trencher. I take my husband's truck. I drive to Home Depot, obtain said trencher, which is huge. Not like a little like Scooby trencher thing. It's got like tank tread wheels, like tank track. Like my son stood on it to drive it. Like that's how it's operated. So, yeah, and this is one of those stories too, that when you tell it, you're like, oh my God, this is, maybe I shouldn't have done anything. Why didn't I pick up on any of these flags? Because I was focused. I wanted to get this done. So rented the trencher, got the trencher here, drove a trailer, which I've never done before, but what could be so hard? What could be so bad? Yep, you're following me. So we get it home, get the trencher out. Son starts digging. He's like, Mom, so it's going great up to the front part, from the front edge of the house to the fence. So that part's going fantastic. Well, then he gets to the fence and I'm like, well, can't you just like scoot it under there? No, it really doesn't work that way. So we decide, okay, well, we'll have to hand dig some of that. It's fine. So we get the trencher in the gate, through the gate, and we're trenching, and he's like, this is not a good idea. This is very close to the fence. The sidewalk is here. There's angles of the ground. Mom, we need to stop and reevaluate and abandon this mission. And again, I don't abandon missions. That's not the way it works. I keep going. And badger my son to keep going. So he's finally like, fine. So he keeps going. And then what happens? Question mark. You know what happens. Exactly what I was warned would happen, happened. The trencher got stuck at an angle wedged between the fence and the sidewalk. Oops. So then it starts to slide and it's stuck, like it's at an angle bad. So at this point, I had to involve my husband. Honey, you know that project you said I shouldn't do? That was a bad idea. Well, we did it. And now if there's problems. Now I've messed it up. Now we've got a trencher stuck in the yard. So we try to get it out. And at this point, actually a little quicker than that, I recognized I needed to be done. I needed to go away because I had already done enough here. If you're picking up what I'm putting down. My family wasn't thrilled with me because, again, I got my husband roped into a project that he said from the get-go he was not doing and didn't think it was a good idea. So then I had to interrupt what he was doing. He was working from home that day. I had to interrupt that and get him to come help me get this damn trencher out. So, bless him, he does. He doesn't say anything, which he knew. He knew that I knew. So at this point, it's probably 4:30 or 5 o'clock now in the afternoon, with all this starting about 7 or 8 in the morning. And my sweet neighbor comes home and he sees what we're doing. And he's like, what happened? I'm like, yeah, the obvious that everybody knew what happened. This man is a saint. He goes in the house, he gets changed, he comes right back outside. And I could go on and on and on and tell every detail. But finally, they get the trencher out. But in the process, have had to knock down half of our fence. So, this is a long story. But it's a quality story. And the reason I'm telling it is hire a professional. Don't do that. Don't do what I did. If there's remotely any chance that that's going to happen, just don't. Just don't. Stand down. It's okay. And by the time that I rebuilt the fence, and I say again, you know what I did? I stayed out of the way. I fixed lunch because I had to rebuild the fence in the next weekend or two. And again, our neighbors stepped up and helped. So if you can, have neighbors like me, because you'd be blessed. Because I wanted to save $1,000. I spent probably about $1,500 or so, and still didn't have a French drain, but I did have part of a new fence. No, we probably spent $1,500 to $2,000 maybe. So now we're gonna have Mr. Archer and his company put in a French drain. Woo! And I'm pretty confident that the fence isn't going to get knocked down. And because I'm hiring a professional who is licensed and has good reputation and all of these things, if it gets knocked down or damaged, he's going to fix it. If he hits any of our irrigation and damages that, he's going to fix it too. Exciting stuff. My husband was almost thinking I was teasing when I was saying I was going to go ahead and see about getting him out here to do that. But I'm going to also document all of that. I'm putting all this together for a little docu-series for you. But I'm excited. Oh, yeah, we also got to replant a bunch of grass because I got wrecked. So just don't. Just don't. Oh, and look what else. I've got a nice trench left that didn't fill back in properly because, wait for it. Are you ready? Are you ready? Because I'm not a professional at doing that. I can sell you a house. I can help you find a house. I can sell your house. I can do all kinds of stuff. But putting in French drains is apparently not one of them.